I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that wasn't God's plan.
Won't nobody give me the address to my daughter's birthday party right now. And that's going to imprint in her mind that I wasn't there for her.
If you're a good enough, high enough level man, you absolutely can turn a hoe into a housewife, but why the would you? Because you don't have to.
My solace comes from seeing my kids and getting a solid schedule. That's why I even got the house. You know, they flipped it in the media like there was something wrong with me getting a house next to my kid. You see, when my mom took me from Atlanta to Chicago, my dad didn't come to the coldest and, most dangerous city in the world to be next to me. He said, I'm going to stay down in Atlanta, because of my career. Mm-hmm. It's nothing with my career, with this rap, with this media, with none of that that's going to keep me from my children. And that's what I want everybody to know. Don't play with me. Don't play with my children. And ain't no security going to get in between me and my children. And you ain't finna gaslight me. You ain't going to run this narrative on me.
You don't have authority over your woman. You cannot protect her.
Amazing dad. He's done an amazing job. The whole
he still will be. He still will be.
I just
he'll be better without you there.
I think he deserves someone that can go support his every move and go follow him all over the place and move to Wyoming. I can't do that. He should have a wife that supports his every move and travels with him and does everything. And I can't. I feel like a failure, that it's like a third marriage. Yeah, I feel like a loser. But I can't even think about that. I want to be happy.
You just went official with Pete on Instagram, so congratulations.
Thank you. I guess it's not official until you post.
You what?
I guess it's not official
until you post. It's not real.
Instagram.
Yeah. Does that feel to you like that was something that you needed to do just to get it out of the way? Like it was people were waiting to see that, or?
No, I have the cutest pictures of us, and I want to be like, oh my God, we're so cute. And I want, but then I'm like, don't be so desperate. Don't be posting so much. Just give a glimpse. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is. I haven't dated since before Instagram existed. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I know
what the rules are.
First of all, as I say to you all the time, I just want you to be happy. You deserve to be happy, and I'm happy that you're happy. That's all that matters.
Thank you. Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good. I encourage my friends and the people that I love just to be happy, and I went for it. I was like, you know what? I'm in my 40s. Sorry. Just go for it. Find your happiness.
I want someone that wants to work out with me. It's the little things is what I don't have. I have all the big things.
Yeah.
I have the extravagant everything you could possibly imagine, and no one will ever do it like that. I know that. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful for those experiences. But I think I'm ready for the smaller experiences that I think will mean a lot.
Tell us the truth!
All right. What's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of Affereniment, a.k.a. Doc B.O.A. Yep. I got time today. In this society, we often like to chastise men and even ostracize them. Whenever they decide to leave their family because it isn't working out, we call them deadbeats. We call them abandoners of their family. We call them abandoners of their children and all of these things. Whether they're in a married situation or a live-in relationship or just have children with a woman out of wedlock, we always point the finger at a man and call him everything but a child of God. But a woman can have a family that's structured the way it's supposed to be and divorce a man because she's not happy anymore. No one calls her anything except the woman who's making the choice to live her best life, to do what's best for her. A woman can have children intentionally by a man and have the intent on the back end to leave and just get child support and be a single mom because she could do it all by herself. No one accuses her of making decisions that damage her children's life. A woman can be with a man, and when she's no longer with that man, she can tell society that I made the decision that was best for me and he was a bad man and it was terrible and I wish I could trade in, their father. I love my children, but I wish I could switch their father for someone else. So they'll be with a new man and say publicly, I wish that you were the father of my children instead of their actual father. And no one says anything except hooray for her. But if a man, lo and behold, says, I regret having children with the woman that I had children with, he's a monster. He's a creature that has decided to embark upon the most evil endeavor ever known to man, because he simply states that he made a mistake having children with the woman, that he made a mistake marrying the woman, that he made a mistake providing and protecting for the woman. Well, we don't do that shit over here in the alpha sphere. The same way a woman needs to be, held accountable, the way that men are held accountable when she breaks up her family, then we need to give a man the same grace when he says, I made a mistake having children with that broad right there. And one example of that is Kanye West.
Fathers and the leaders out of the homes. And if we keep on allowing this to happen and we don't have some level of a decency clause inside of our media on what everyone sees, like when I was young and I would go to the video store, if I wanted to go into the adult section, it was a curtain, it was a person sitting there watching, making sure that kids didn't go in. If the kids went into that section, there was a video camera. And they would have you be escorted out of that section. Now that section is forced through TikTok. That section is subverted and kind of mixed with the drink inside of music directed at children, inside of content through Disney, on Hulu, which is Disney also, and in so many branded commercials to confuse children and to sexualize our children way too early before they can even make their own decisions about their life.
You make some very interesting points again. Just to clarify one thing, though, you are actually divorced, are you? Because my understanding was that you weren't actually divorced yet.
I ask God the same question some mornings.
Now, we already know Kim Kardashian was just a socialite. Would have never been around the likes of Beyonce and Jay without Ye. Would have never been a billionaire without Ye. Ye is the only one who was off-brand enough to love this woman enough to put his children in her. Am I wrong? Well, who else does she have children by? Now, after all of this time and this woman doing all of these egregious things that she's done over time, let's not forget that this is a woman who publicly stated that she only wanted to be with Pete Davidson so she could see if it was true that he could break her back. And then she had this same man around her kids playing stepdad, a man she admitted to just wanting to be intimate with, just want to have a fling with, and he's around this man's children.
Called the producer at SNL and I was like, hey, do you have Pete's number? And they were like, yeah. And I text him. I wasn't even thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to be in a relationship with him. I was just thinking like, heard about this BDE, need to get out there. Like, I need to just like jumpstart I was just basically DTF.
Let's not forget also that even while they weren't together, when something went wrong, she was able to call Kanye. She still relied on him for protection and direction. Remember this, when their son got logged into Roblox and saw an ad for the tape she had with Ray J. Take a look.
Who made that? Who made that? Let me see. Click on it. Oh, hold on. Post this like soon. We gotta move fast and start calling people. Let me call. Okay, let me call you back. Let me just call Kanye really quick.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's not okay though. It's not. On Roblox. Sam was on Roblox yesterday. And a thing popped up. And he started laughing. I was like, Mommy, look. And it was a picture of my cry face. And it was a game that someone made of Roblox. And it said Kim's new sex tape. When you clicked on it, thank God he can't read yet.
Let's also not forget Ray J admitting that it was Kim and her mother's idea to release the tape in the first place.
There's no way I could use Kim Kardashian's name in this contract if she wasn't a part of it. This is light, right? Because this is what we sold them. Look who was in the room with me. Look who wrote exactly what we sold. Tape number 1, Cabo intro. Tape number 2, Cabo sex. Tape number 3, here's the one that they said I had. Santa Barbara.
Now, lo and behold, Kanye is simply saying, I did not want to have children with that woman in the beginning. But eventually, the Kardashian witch curse caught him up and he had children.
In fucking Kardashian land, for Christ's sake, it's all women there, and I got a son
in my house, and I got the nannies talking down to me. I got the mother. Like, y'all think y'all got a mother-in-law? I got the mother-in-law of all mother-in-laws. My whole schedule is all based around me being able to take my kids to school, me being there for them, making sure that I'm in their life. That's the whole point of having money. They take so many fathers just throughout America. They've been taking the fathers out the homes purposely. So I'm speaking up. I'm using my voice to say, this ain't gonna keep happening. This narrative is not finna happen. It's a lot of people that's not in a position where they ain't got no voice when people be playing games like this. Baby mamas be playing games. The grandmama be playing games like this. And it's like, as y'all know, they ain't finna play like that.
And the comments are going crazy. He's a bad man. What if the children hear this? Okay, well, what? The children don't care about their mama bringing a random dude around? And the crazy thing is the daughters won't care. Why? Because the daughters are going to be their mom. You got to remember, their last name is West, but those girls are Kardashians. Look at the rest of the Kardashians. What makes you think Kim Kardashian daughters aren't going to be Kardashians? But they're defending them like their mother is someone else. They're baby Kardashians, and they're going to grow up to be adult Kardashians. And so they're going to be the exact same thing that their mother is. That's just how it is. But let's listen to Kanye with his brief spiel with Akademiks, man. And he's going to say something. And I mean, TMZ just ripped him to shreds, and everybody in the comments ripped him to shreds. And all the man is saying, hey, look, I regret having children with this woman. He didn't say, I regret my children. Women say this shit all the time. Let's take a listen, man. We'll come back and chop it up on the real tip.
The situation with kids, I hear you speak about that a lot. Like, nobody really spoke up on your behalf. But even when you speak about Kim, people might be like, well, you picked her. Like, you put yourself in that.
Absolutely, I did. That was my fault.
Maybe they're saying that you don't take accountability.
No, that was my fault. I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that wasn't God's plan.
This man simply said one thing. I didn't want to have children with this woman. But people who don't have children don't understand. Once you get into that mode of being a father, being a mother, of that process together, then it's very easy to have more children. And they were married, by the way. You know, women can say whatever they want to say about why they left the man and why they ain't gonna deal with no more men. And you hear women talking about how they broke off engagements and how they've been engaged multiple times. I just did recent content about 2 women who said that they've been engaged multiple times. Jennifer Lewis.
I've been engaged 4 times. And I never walked down the aisle because it turned out that they were just little boys.
And there's Cheyenne Bryant.
Engagement. I had 2 engagements, called off 2 weddings.
Now, these women ruin men's lives all the time. I want y'all to understand something as men. That's why you have to stop listening to what women say, man. Women are going to say whatever benefits them at any particular time. So when you have panderers out here, man, panderers they're cursed men. Panderers, man, are going to be punished by God because they're not godly men. They're wicked men. If you're a panderer, man, you're a wicked man. You have no godliness. You have no spiritual astuteness. You have no masculinity in you. The reality of the scenario is this. If a woman divorces a man, she broke up a home. We don't even call that shit a broken home anymore. We'll call the dad an absent dad, but if the woman initiates the divorce, we don't call it a broken home. Well, what's more broken than a home where there was a marriage and the structure was there and the man was provided and protected and the woman leaves anyway? There's no home more broken than that. But here's the problem. A woman in that situation can get some money in divorce and she can create a life for the children that is similar to the life they had. And what's a dad gonna do? A dad's gonna do everything in his power to be a part of his children's lives. But when the mom moves like Kim Kardashian has moved, has this man all around this man's children, man, he's sitting around this man's children, man, taunting this man with his children. And y'all fools have the right to say that Kanye don't have the right to say this? Yes, he should be regretting that he had children with that broad. He should be regretting that he married her in the first place. Look at her history. She got popular from a tape that with another dude. Man, listen, brothers. Here's what I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to understand that as men, we have to set the law that governs us. We have to set the requirements and standards that govern us. Because women will never take accountability for the things they do. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just true. Stop trying to make women take accountability. One of the most beta male simp manginitis things out here ever said is guys talk about, man, we gotta hold these women accountable. I mean, you can't even hold a woman accountable in your own life. How you gonna hold them accountable online? You control online? Tell me one woman we done held accountable online. Well, y'all done held accountable online because I don't try to hold these balls accountable. So you tell me what woman we done held accountable online. Because we talk about it? No. If there's not a lesson in it, man, we just popularizing a woman. If there's not a lesson in Dr. Cheyenne Bryan's foolishness, bro, I don't talk about it. If there ain't no lesson in it. Why? Because all you're doing, man, is propelling her up the ladder that she's already climbing anyway. The ladder of popularity and validation. So we have to remember that a woman will do something, destroy something, not take accountability, and find a way to blame the man for it. Look at how they found a way to blame Kanye for the divorce. And now when the man says, I shouldn't have had children with the woman, they found a way to blame him for that. Kim is one of the most toxic women ever. Her family is toxic. When have women ever said, ooh, I'm glad that brother got away from them? Not once. Not once. And therein lies the problem. You men spend all your time in this society expecting women to take your side, expecting women to understand. That's how a woman who has no history of anything but failed relationships and toxic engagements with men can come out and repeat the same rhetoric that men have been telling you forever, and you flock to it. And it has nothing to do with her being attractive. Yes, her being attractive is part of what wants to make you look. But most time you ain't even looking at what you're listening to when it comes to content. You listen because deep down inside, you need a woman to coddle you like your mama. You need a woman to coddle you like your mama did or like your mama didn't. That's what you need. So you need a woman to tell you, no, baby, you're right. No, the women are the bad people, baby. Don't worry about it. Mama always got you, baby. That's what you need. And I know some beta male say, man, Johnny gonna come in here and say, well, WBOA, let me tell you something, WBOA. Man, I don't care about what you say, boy. Let me tell you something. These women out here, man, the women are the people that we need to be flocking to, WBOA. Let me tell you something, boy. Let me tell you, I'm a man, and I love my mama, WBOA. And every woman out here, boy, I love her like I love my mama, WBOA. Let me tell you something, boy. You don't know what you're talking about. The problem is, WBOA, you don't love your mama, WBOA. Yeah, you say you, well, now you say you pay her bills, and you spend a lot of time with WBOA, and you look out for her, man, when she's sick and all that. Well, maybe you do love your mama, WBOA, but not as much as I love mine. Unsubscribe. Okay, unsubscribe. So before you go, let me tell you this. I don't care what you say about what you want or what you need. What you should be searching for is the truth. And the truth is, a woman don't care nothing about what you got going on. She just cares about what benefits her. Not once did this woman stop to think how it was going to affect her children when she was running around with Pete, playing fake stepdad. All of the information out there that's on her in line, all of the things that she's done in the past. This woman has done more in the past to damage her children than Kanye can ever do as long as he lives. But he's a black man, and everyone is waiting to find a reason to chastise a black man in America for what he says. That's why you got to have thick skin, and you got to stick out like a sore thumb instead of trying to blend in. Because standing on principles and speaking your truth is not a sin. And that's why I only make content for men. No pandering, no slander. So I want y'all to comment down below and let me know if you ever had a situation where a woman broke up the home and you got accused of being a bad father or an absent father, or you abandoned your children because you didn't jump through flaming hoops with gasoline draws on to try to fix a situation that the woman broke. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say.